Hey friends, it's Walmart Chef Anthony Serrano, and welcome to the latest installment of our Walmart Chef series. You're in for a sweet and spicy treat today because I'm going to teach you how to grill up this amazing skirt steak with a Hershey's Cocoa and Chipotle rub and pair it with a Hershey's Kiss Chipotle barbecue sauce. Sounds pretty yummy, right? So what do you say we get grilling and have some fun? This Chipotle skirt steak is so easy to make. Start off by adding the Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder, some brown sugar, and it can't be a Hershey's Chipotle Kiss steak without Chipotle, so we'll add some Chipotle in here, salt. We then give our spice rub a nice little mix. We want to make sure everything is nice and incorporated, especially that brown sugar, the Chipotle, salt. Bam, just like that. Then we get our beautiful skirt steak. It looks awesome. And what I like doing is I like putting it in a baking vessel. Gives us a little bit of room. And what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle in some of that olive oil into it. You're going to make sure you coat both sides with that olive oil. Just like that. Want to make sure that our spice rub has something to grab onto. Make sure we got all that oil in all the little crevices. And then it's called a spice rub. So you want to make sure that you get that spice rub and you put it all over your steak. You want to make sure that you coat every part of it with the rub. You want to push it in there. All that cocoa powder really gets in there. The salt, your brown sugar. You want to work that into your steak, really push it all in there. And I like sometimes leaving it for a few minutes just to make sure that you get all that good, awesome cocoa flavor into your steak. Look at that. It's got a really nice smell because you have the Hershey's Cocoa and it balances really, really well with that Chipotle. This steak is going to have amazing flavor. Now, skirt steak is a leaner steak, so you don't want to overcook it, and you want to make sure that your grill is about medium to medium high, because you're not going to cook this steak long since it's very thin, it's lean, it's going to cook very fast. And we want to make sure that we're turning it also because of that cocoa powder. We don't want that cocoa powder to burn on our steak, so we just want to start developing a little bit of caramelization, a little bit of crust on that steak. Time to throw our beautiful skirt steak on the grill. It looks amazing with this cocoa powder and Chipotle. Now you want to make sure that your grill is about medium high and that you've oiled your grill grates so that your steak doesn't stick to it. And we want to make sure that we're turning the steak enough. Oh yeah, just listen to that sizzle. You want to make sure that you're turning your steak enough so that that cocoa powder doesn't burn onto the steak. So we want to make sure that we're turning it every 30 to 40 seconds until it reaches our desired temperature. Now, time to make that Chipotle Kiss steak sauce I told you about. This Chipotle Kiss steak sauce is amazing. I start off with the Great Value Original Barbecue Sauce. Then I sprinkle in a little bit more Chipotle just to give it that little bit of a kick. And I'm going to add in some of our melted Hershey's Kisses into this mix. And then I'm just going to mix it together. Now this steak sauce is great. I add a little bit at the very, very end to my steak. I just brush it on both sides. Gives it a little bit of a great flavor. You don't want to add your steak sauce too early because the steak sauce is then going to burn on the steak. So right before I take that skirt steak off the grill is when I add my steak sauce. Now you just want to give it a good mix. You want to get that chocolate and the Chipotle mixed into our steak sauce. It's a really easy way to elevate the sauce. Now I'm using the Hershey's Holiday Kisses, but you know, I've been wanting to try adding the Hershey's Candy Cane Kisses into this steak sauce, just to add a little bit of that peppermint and that white chocolate. I think it would go amazing with the steak. You know, and I challenge you to do the same. Try adding some different Hershey's Kisses to this steak sauce along with the Chipotle, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on how awesome it is. Not to mention something a little bit different and fun. Just check this out. This steak is smelling so awesome. Time to flip it. Like I said, you want to make sure that you turn the steak enough. You don't want all that Hershey's Cocoa to burn on that skirt steak. You want to keep turning it, developing all those amazing flavors on this steak. Our steak is almost done, so I'm gonna brush on just a little bit of this Chipotle steak sauce on it. Then I like serving a little bit more steak sauce on the side while I'm eating it. But the steak sauce is gonna tighten up on our steak. So what that means is it's gonna reduce a little bit on that steak, and it's gonna give it just another level of awesomeness. So check it out. Our steak is ready. Look at how amazing it looks. It's got that Hershey's cocoa powder that added a whole new level to it. The Chipotle, the barbecue sauce, all of it creating a meaty symphony. I hope you had fun watching this. I cannot wait to dive into this beautiful skirt steak. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep on cooking.